Alice had not been in Zellgrebston for 25 years. She arrived in the midst of a busload of noisy Americans. Once there, she began to recollect strange things. She suddenly could remember being a princess on the Nile. She remembered being in Atlantis in the end time. She remembered a great war and once being called Gus. She took the next plane home. Now she reads crystal balls in LA for $300,000 a year. Bill loved to fuck. But to Bill's great dismay, the women in his life found him boring and a little slow. One day, he met a man at the market. He told Bill he could get all he wanted with a little help from this love tonic. Bill hurried home with the bottle tucked into an old shirt. He put on his best tie and combed his blade. Then he drank the tonic and suffered a grand mal seizure. Bill still loves to fuck, but he won't go to the market anymore. Last winter, Cecil left his wife and moved to Mexico with his much younger girlfriend, Mona. Once there, he invested in a weightlifting outfit. He thought working out would help keep Mona's interest. Strangely, the more he worked out, the less he thought of her. He was so involved in his training, he neglected to notice Mona's interest in others. As he lifted heavier and heavier weights, she stayed out later and later. Finally, one night, she didn't come back at all. Cecil was found pinned under a barbell 3 weeks later when neighbors complained of a compost smell. Daryl was an artist. He spent an undue amount of time down at Arnie's. He mostly went there to use the restroom. The toilet in his tiny apartment was always full of paintbrushes. One day the bartender noticed Daryl's bar tab was getting quite long. Daryl apologized and left the bar, promising to return later in the day to settle his account. He wandered about the streets for hours. Now he spends an undue amount of time at the Tasty Freeze. It was Art's first day working at the computer barn in the new mall. Mrs. Henderson arrived just after lunch with her greatly embarrassed son Eugene in tow. "I wish to complain," she said in a shrill, irritated voice. She explained how Eugene had suffered horrible nightmares since playing the computer game Lawnmower Man. Art started to giggle as Mrs. H went on to describe little Eugene's vivid dreams. When she got to the part about Eugene wetting the bed, Art exploded into laughter. The moment she left, the assistant manager fired Art and took away his name tag. Later that night, little Eugene came back and set fire to the store.